Hello and welcome to another dramatic reading by me and Zani84. Today we're on to the next chapter of Super Sentai vs Super Sentai Another, entitled Pleasure's End. Author's note. Hello once again, it seems this chapter ends up a bit longer than usual. But this touches in the Bokenja-ish episode about fairy tale turns real. That could have been worded better, but I do have a soundtrack for this. And I hope to hope as a TV jokes reading this, you get a kick out of something. Read on. Chapter 18. Pleasure's End. Okay. I just need to wait a moment. And for my soundtrack to just wait. Then. It has only been a few days after Mikoto has officially put his lot in on the team. Life has gone quite normal, although the team as it seemed that long has yet to take direct actions towards the team, beyond, what he's done so far, giving them time for a little break. One day, however, after they're done training, Taku and Melee spotted Mikoto typing some buttons to the computer. "What are you doing?" Melee asked. "Hacking your database." Mikoto nonchalantly answered, which was just a shocked reaction from Taku. "What? Are you seriously considering?" Taku lashed out near angle until he reads what's on the monitor. Vacant sites? Okay. "You actually fell for my words? Gee, you can be a little too gullible," Mikoto commented. "Just looking for a small empty place to hang out a bit. I mean, have you heard Hoji? He snores like crazy." "Unless you're training or something, I'm not even sure why you try to take such place." "Such place," Melee said, thinking that Mikoto might be training about something. "Oh no, I'm merely finding a place to restart my doctor career," Mikoto noted. "If I stay here like an idiot with no day job, I'll get insane due to boredom. I think we can all relate after about a year trapped indoors." "Why not apply to a hospital?" Taku asked. "No, it's too boring for my taste. I'm putting up some challenges on my own. Besides some basic equipment and some money, that's all I'll bring," Mikoto noted as he smirked. "Going from zero to hero in terms of doctors with limited supply and resources. I'd at least be more interested in getting everything prepared for you. And if anybody complains about me hacking their limbs off, well, I dare you to punch me." "Wait, what's that paper?" Conversation was stopped when Melee suddenly picked up a paper left behind. They just noticed it here. "Oh, Melee's now transgender. I support their decision. Seems like it's directed to Taku." "Let me read that," Taku says. He opened the paper, and then he realized who it was from. "This is from Sakura. Why didn't you just say it to us?" "Might have gone from other people's notice, but in my experience, even fairy tales may be real. Just like my incident with the glass slips of Cinderella. I found another precious, a gigantic-sized one at that." "It's not this story if they're not giving a random shout-out to an episode of the shows featured." The Pleasure Island, a cursed island that turns misbehaving children into donkeys. Their existence of such presence was a threat to the world, and if Satu, Chief, was to find out, his response would have been destroy it. Apparently, Sakura does not know how to cross out. "By luck I found it here, but alas, alone I do not have enough manpower to destroy it. If I meet the Super Sentai as promised by Akira, I may have to ask him a favour. Misbehaving or not, being turned to donkey would be a disproportionate penance. These children deserved a second chance." And okay, I would have played with Pinocchio music for this video, but I don't want Disney sniping me. "That's it. Sounds like a journal entry." The Melee commented as Taku was done reading. "Even then, the concept of this Pleasure Island sickens me. We have someone who fought for saying this Satoru," she mentioned. And Pleasure Island. Kids sure heard that a lot from the story Pinocchio. You meant as well. "Firstly, disgusts me though. When you have fun, you better know you're going to enjoy it forever, rather than being turned into a donkey." Well, of course he'd hate that part of the story. After all, there are no strings on him. And that's as close you'll get to a reference to that Disney version from me. Well, the kids there didn't know any better. Taku tried to defend the children. Why is that in quotation mark? But I will have to agree with Sakura. Somehow I want to save both children and give them second chances. "You stick your head for stupid kids like those?" Mikoto snarked once again. "And they're quite interesting for sticking your head for idiots." I think it's an out missing there. "So, say what you want, but it is a pleasure to stick our heads for those stupid people," Taku defended his philosophy nobly. guide him to a right path where he can decide for better. In the meantime, Hoji was patrolling alone with his motorcycle throughout the city. Eventually, however, he found May trying to come to crying mother. "What are you doing?" Hoji said. He got down. This woman is crying and you haven't taken anything from her purse? Oh, for shame. Hoji. Hoji, May greeted. This woman seemed to be in extreme sadness. She said she lost her son. Lost her son? Hoji was shocked. It reminded him of his own traumatic childhood being abandoned by his parents. It was just recently that he heard cases of missing children. Perhaps this woman was the same. "Madam, it's all right. I'm the police. Please tell me your troubles." I think that's a reason why she shouldn't tell you her troubles. I'm Taku. My Taku. The woman sobbed. "Your son's named Taku?" Hoji guessed, Mo nodded. "What happened between you and the last time you saw him?" "Between you and him the last time you saw him?" "Taku wasn't an obedient boy. He's very rebellious." The woman told the story about her and her son. "I used to scold him all the time because he kept neglecting his studies. Then he ran off from home. I thought he'll eventually return for dinner, but he never returned. What have I done? Perhaps I was too controlling on him, never understanding him at all. It's all my fault. I don't care what he'll do when he gets back home. Please, please, let me see my son again." "It's all right, madam. We'll find your son." May tried to cheer one up. "Don't worry, we'll find him." Hoji stopped once Hoji gestured to her. After bowing and respectfully reassuring her, she followed Hoji, where she saw that he's not exactly happy. "You don't look too well, Hoji. Don't tell me you..." "It's not about happiness," Hoji said sternly. "Yeah, do you even know how many similar cases I've run lately? Near 10. This is no simple task. So, 9 cases. "Oh my," May said, surprised that the task was bigger than she expected. How does she even know these incidents are all related? "Even then, this just means more parents in pain. I just have to try harder in searching for missing children." "Well, that's just like you after all. I'm on the same boat." So he said that he offered one exam what he got. "Want to ride?" "Eh?" May explained, spit count up. "Supposed to wear this when we ride this kind of vehicle?" She asked him as far as she remembered. The Zoo Rangers never needed helmets when riding their motorcycles without transforming. Which is probably why Power Rangers dropped them entirely. The bikes entirely from Mighty Morphin. Hoji sponsor nod. "We'll search for clues together." Hoji says he got back to his motorcycle. Nodding, May also put on the helmet and got behind Hoji, turned on the motorcycle and rode off. As Sakura deduced, the Pleasure Island did exist. Contrary to many people's beliefs, it's not a stationary island. The island has the capability of floating and submerging. So it's like the Atlantis from Transformers Cybertron. It's managed by a very coach who reminds the carriage carried by donkeys bringing forth misbehaving children. Donkeys formerly misbehaving boys who fell into the curse of Pleasure Island. And unknown for boys, the coach's identity was in fact an alienizer called Ramino Belozin Star, while he took the form of a portly old man. His true form was that of a smaller creature who adorned himself with several donkey skins. The skins of donkeys or his victims, as well as having a head bigger than itself, forming a very twisted smile near apparently. He had eluded capture even the SPD. It did not only gain profit from Earth, but has also visited various planets, turning many misbehaving children throughout the galaxy into donkeys and selling them off for his own profit. As of now, Ramino himself is being visited by both Kyo's and Lidrel. They're currently being taken to a pen where the donkeys were being held, and as he's in a client safe from the public servants, he asked on the outside world, he was using his true form. "So, how do you like it, good sirs? Interested in buying some donkey?" Ramino offered, hoping that Kyrus would buy something. "So according to the rumours, the donkeys here used to be humans? Man, Abrella sure knows some nasty guys," Kyrus stated, looking at the donkeys braying. I'm not interested in buying any of these jackasses." That's an appropriate term. Meantime, Legion was just looking around, as if looking at the donkey in awe, completely disregarding her fate. "That's weird. If you're not here to die, what is your purpose here?" Ramino asked. "Sightseeing. It's a good offering for you," Kira said. He turned toward Lidrel. "Hey, Annette. I think I get the gist of it, Kira-sama," Lidrel said to her as he drew a bush and made a blow for a kiss. In several paintings. "You see, factories Esteve Desmosoi are being kept within me, while some Evo guts within. Now Michaela and Voffa created their monsters." "Ooh, I guess you're a fast learner," Kira said, smiling. "Now take a look. as Lee Jules stepped back to put on a brush and started painting to the sky, painting images of a donkey, a grape, and a thief's mask. Combining them, she created a trinoid who looked like a donkey, with grapes planted on his body, and a thief's mask worn around his eyes. And there it is. I call it Trinoid 24, Budaroba. Number 24? Kira's asked, a little confused. Whatever happened to the first 23? Oh, they're all killed by these pesky Abba Rangers, Lee Jules answered. Except for 23, he died at the Akiba Rangers. Lee Jules answered. So what are we offering again? Right, the deal, presented. See, we'd like you to learn some good people into Pleasure Island. Good people? They don't turn to donkeys, you know. Ramino answered, slightly disappointed. I'm not done yet. What I'm talking about are these people. And Kira stated he handed over several pictures containing the Super Sentai. He got them from a meet and greet a few weeks ago. These are the Super Sentai. They're very protected children in general. This Buddha Robo will help you in your quest, Lee Jules added. I make it that he'll be able to convert even good boys into bad boys, ideal to be victims of this Pleasure Island's curse. So the Super Sentai will be lured here, Kyrus continued. Remember, we'll be able to use those bad boys to bar the Super Sentai's path, freeing us to kill them. So did their last serve, so they turned to donkeys. Ah, that is very impressive indeed, Ramino stated. Lately I heard that these Super Sentai are inspiring the boys in general to not become bad boys. Business has been a little dry. If you think I can resurrect my business and fortune. Well, in that case, as Lee Jules said, let's move towards Budaroba. Budaroba, good luck. Let's step back to kiss Budaroba and eventually started moving. Okay, leave it to me, milady Lee Jules, Budaroba said enthusiastically. Okay, I've kissed us before, don't tell me. Because a bit confused and Lee Jules was acting to kiss the monster. Yeah, I have some strange taste in suits, but a donkey grape ape bandit. Well, you wouldn't take it well if Lee Jules was in fact hitting on anything that moved and not forgetting where true love is. I'm just inspiring, Lee Jules said, trying to sound innocent. I only reserve my true kisses for you all along. Right, Kira sighed. In these times, he wished he'd make Lee Jules all for himself, but Long had control over her. And he can't kill Long for obvious reasons. Worry not, my masters, Budaroba stated near the exit door. Once I get my grapes on those boys, they'll become bad boys, with nothing but slacking off, and then I'll cart them off to Mr. Ramino here. Okay, I think there's an off missing in that sentence. And I'll bring the boys here to this Pleasure Island, Ramino said. He clasped his hand. Once I arrive here, they'll never come back. As boys! In the same time, both Ramino and Budaroba yelled together, showing their devilish faces. Or as devilish you can get when you look like a donkey. M.A.S. may have similar mindset. Boy, we do think alike. We'll make good friends. Mio Stacy grabbed Budaroba on the hand and shaking them with both his hands. Indeed, I hope our partnership is a long one. Budaroba Stacy seemed to enjoy himself before he went away. Farewell, jobs, money, and the Super Sentai's demands await. That was a very weird sentence. Meanwhile, at school playground, there was a stage play going on. Apparently, Jiraiya and Sato were playing there on behalf of one of Chisato's child friends. And in the current scene, Sato was sitting down on a chair at what looked like a window from the stage screen, while dressed in a princess-like gown, all while speaking good English. My savior, where could you be? Please come quick before the day I am forced to marry that. Worry not, my fair princess. All of a sudden, Jiraiya in a prince-like suit entered. Looking at him, Sato was surprised he got up. Jiraiya suddenly kneeling down, took her hand to respectfully kiss it. Behold your savior, Prince Henry. I have come to take you away from this accursed place. But my prince, what of he? The Duke? Princess Charlotte, Duke Ivan's crimes have been exposed and his pet taken care of. The king awaits your return. Come, I shall take it there. My prince, there's no words that can express the joy that I am feeling at this moment. And, okay, what kind of lesson do we need to learn that requires them to have a play performed in English? I don't remember any foreign language classes making me read German version of Macbeth or whatever. And as both embraced, it was narrated that a prince and princess were wed and they lived happily ever after. And there was much applause from the children, mostly because the whole thing was over. They couldn't understand a word of what was being said. Thank you very much, Tisado. As Sato left, now back to her usual clothes along with Jiraiya with Teach Pinapero. Children are having fun with your all-English act. Children learned a lot and were happy in the same time. It's nothing big really, Sato said smiling. But English still needs a little more work. Jiraiya's the one who's to praise for his English. Not really, Sato also did well at the acting. Jiraiya tried to also praise Sato. I'm just glad this project is a success. Well, I'll be seeing you later. Give my regards to the children. As Sato waved goodbye and the teacher bowed her head in respect, she left with Jiraiya. Long way we touched together. Must have been enjoying that quite a bit, Jiraiya said, seeing that at least during the play Sato was having so much fun. Sort of. Kind of singing. I do like acting a bit. It's not like this the first time I got to land with a princess-like role, Sato said, when some stage plays she did when she's little. So I was having some feminine roles, also did some tomboyish role when the situation demanded for an all-girls show. Wouldn't that be a male role then? And I like princess roles best. Man, sometimes I wish I can have a prince like that save me in distress. S. Apparently, Koichiro means nothing. You really don't have one in your team, huh? Jiraiya suddenly teased. I bet you have. What? Sato blushed a bit when hearing when she got up. It reminded me of one of the closest male friends she got. Wonder what Koichiro is up to. How about you, Jiraiya? Enjoying your prince role? Think you've got a girl back in your timeline to be your actual princess? Well, make Jiraiya back into that time his fellow Kakurangers tricked him to woo the soul girl of the team, Tsuruhime, calling his face like, I love my princess as well. Ah yes, the time where robbery in New York was reported in an American newspaper full of typos. The result wasn't pretty, or that didn't break their friendship. I do enjoy that. That episode also featured the guy who played Radiguet in Jetman as the monster. That's why I'd mention it. Before Jiraiya could continue, there's a scream heard from their back. What? That's coming from the school! Sato exclaimed as they both nodded, realizing what to do. Heading back to the school. When they reached the school, everything was in chaos. All the boys were misbehaving greatly, bullying on the girls, and a small pause for boys, especially those that looked more nerdy. New teachers were helpless to quell them. They became fearless. No way! Sato watching the farm, but in shock. They were such good children before. Well, they're watching a play they probably didn't understand. They'd probably just be pretending. Look, Jiraiya yelled, pointing to the other side, saw some children running off and booed her over. Come here, boys, I got great flavoured candies for you. Boudreaux says he pulled away a grape from his body. Ew. Strength launched it. Ren was interrupted when both Jiraiya and Sato launched their flying kicks to him. Stop it right there! Ed, Sato yelled. So you're the one making a boys like this, isn't it, jackass Nejire? Jiraiya guessed he knows there's no yokai based on donkeys and thought this might have been Shivalina's monster. Stop it right there. No, jackass Nejire? What the hell are you talking about? I am Trinoid 24, Budoroba. Budoroba introduced himself. Trinoid? Jiraiya said in confusion. They didn't have time to discuss further as the Trinoid summoned several Barmir soldiers. Play around with this one for a bit. As Budoroba set about the Barmir soldiers attacked the two as he left to hunt down more children. Damn, this way for children. Out was worried as he continued to repel the soldier attack. Trinoid, I haven't heard about before. Maybe it was those things fought by the Aberanger? Strike deducing, judging from the types of monsters that attack them. We've seen underground Imperial beasts fought by Masked Man, Alienizers fought by Deca Rangers, Dora monsters fought by Zoo Rangers, Yokai fought by Kaka Rangers, Nejire beasts fought by Mega Rangers, and Rinchi fought by Geki Rangers. Miss Trinoid would probably be the enemies fought by the Aberrangers. If we got that time, they fought a yokai that was impersonating a Tsukumo Gami, but that probably didn't register. Leave it to me. Jiraiya kicked an incoming black Barmir soldier. Racist. He put his hand on a chest and suddenly sank to the ground. As Budoroba approached children around him, suddenly Jiraiya rose from the ground, kicking him straight on the ass, knocking him away. Ow! Budoroba yells eventually fell to the ground. You're not going with your plan any further, Jiraiya explained as he prepared to transform. I'm driving you away from these children. And you think you're this child protector while you just punch people in the ass? Have you no shame? I'll just make you show your true colour. As Budoroba said as he pulled a grape from his mouth. Ew. Super Henge. Done. Jiraiya was about to transform, at that time Budoroba threw the grape, in which it entered Jiraiya's mouth, in which it's forcibly getting him, consuming it. At that point, he dropped whatever he's doing. Now, come to Papa and we're gonna have so much funs. Okay, boy, to the island! Boudreaux explains he and the naughty boys long as Jiraiya follow him. What? Start up the driving way, some Parma soldiers realized that Jiraiya was acting strange. Jiraiya, what are you doing? Don't follow him! What's with you? Continued to yell, more Barmy soldiers got away. No, come back to me! Jiraiya! Jiraiya! Sato's yells fell to deaf ears. Eventually he had to deal with the Barmy soldiers alone until they all vanished. Enraged, he ran to the direction where Boudreaux was headed. Found nothing at the empty road. Jiraiya, Sato laments in worry, seeing her friends away. She's about to reach out for digitize, informing her friends about what happened. However, at that moment, she found a peculiar sight. She decided to investigate a bit, using her camera to take a picture from afar, which means that it's probably going to be fairly blurry. There's a carriage full of boys, and the guys formed the portly old man of Ramino was seen. None of the carriage were boys. The carriage was full. That guy looked familiar. Where have I seen? Sato thought. She took some pictures. Then she was shocked to see that the carriage carried with donkeys wearing human shoes. What's all, the old man was shaking hands with Boudreaux before the latter jumped away. That's him. Wait a your own cover, you moron. Sato ran following the carriage's trails. She stopped on the sights she saw. Fat old man, donkey carriage boys. Wait a sec, that sounds like she remembered something in the past. In her childhood, during her kindergarten days, Sato wasn't exactly a good girl. She had a slightly rough personality and likes playing around a lot rather than being helpful. She often said naughty and didn't have many friends. Until one day her parents, not really having lost their patience on her, decided to take her to a movie. See, this feels like this is kind of like establishing if Superman used to be a violent megalomaniac as a child. Which is pretty much the plot of the movie Brightburn, but that's beside the point. In particular, it was showing a famous film made by Disney, the movie Pinocchio. The movie was good, but it terrified little Sato, namely the puppets. Particular parts of Tell's Island where naughty kids turned to donkeys, map the coach and bring the children to the island and sending them off was terrifying her about the concept of what happened when one was too naughty, especially the scary face the coaching used to make. After a bit of counselling with her parents, we should have done that to begin with. It was at that time I decided to better the image and become a helpful girl, going into a good girl that she was at that time. Needless to say, the book was very influential to her. I thought it was a film. I'm pretty much going to have an Aquaman moment here. You got our escape plan from a book? It was a book? I got it from a Disney movie. No way, it's just fiction after all, Sato thought, thinking of a similarity between the donkey carriage and the coach she just saw with the one she watched in the movie. There's no way Pleasure Island really exists. Even then, I can't just leave Jiraiya alone. It took her hours, and she had to sometimes take small breaks. Also bringing in waters, but she never gave up. She had to continue to run, following the trails. Eventually, she reached where the trail ends, bridge leading to an island called Pleasure Island. It was clearly labelled in katakana. Just no way, Sato said in disbelief. Very similar to one in the movie. An island of amusement park. Maybe it's just one which had a similar name. Hey, if a dude didn't want people to cotton onto a ski, maybe he should have called it the House of Fun. And then and only bring in boys who'd come of age. 8. She tried contacting her friend, then her digitizer did not even respond. It's like there's a jam for communication. It means I can't transform, Sato thought. No, communication and transforming are two different functions. Let's see. It's really Pleasure Island, but it's only for boys, and I have to act like school means nothing to me. Oh well, I've got my ways. When she saw a stray hat nearby and a mask. Conveniently, it was a mask of a man. She smiled, knowing that this would be her chance. The drawbridge wasn't even lifted up. Yet thus she walked there. Pretending she was spoke by none other than Ramino himself. Now, what do I have here? He beckoned. Sat with her hair covered with hat, and her face covered with mask, back down so looking at some pleasure? Ramino offered once more. Sat eventually nodded. Well, have fun then. Ramino then moved away, welcoming her. Here's a Pleasure Island where you can have as much fun as you like. There's no restraint. Have fun. As Sato walked in, however, glee on his eyes was seen as he told a man in whispering, That second in was unnecessary. Tell Sir Chaos I got the one he wanted. Sato looked around and saw many activities where boys play all day and there was no education at all. I'm already getting goosebumps being in here, Sato thought as he stayed silent and walked. Now then, Neo just Belmont, you can't have your characters announce how they feel. That makes me feel angry! Then came across a bar, he saw some smokes coming in. That, Jiraiya? There saw some boys eating with Jiraiya, with them eating junk foods in quite the excess. Even played pool and smoked together with the children. So it's pretty much like the first Ninja Turtles movie. I bet some kid's gonna present some cards while saying, read them and weep. They're all underage. What are you doing with them, Jiraiya? Just remembering something from the battle you had before. Wait, he ate a grape from that monster. Perhaps that grape turns good boys into bad boys. I have to stop them. She knew charging it alone would be foolish. She had to find out how to break the curse. Looked around further, eventually came across a lone warehouse on the shores area. She got there. Wait, according to the story, this is where... As Sato's suspicions got higher and higher, she approached the warehouse and suddenly sensing that she hid near a rock. There she peeked on a donkey with human clothes, running off from the house, braying all the way. No way! Sato was utterly shocked. Everything she heard in the story was true. Azarian was real and the donkey has got to be a transformed naughty boy. So, where does Pinocchio come into this? Did somebody... He was some insane man and annoyed at his puppet, so he sent it in. And quickly she grabbed the donkey and took it somewhere else, giant. Quiet, I'm not going to hurt you. So said he held the donkey and played to it quiet down. Bear. He slapped the donkey's back lightly. Sis. Donkey started speaking. It's alright, Sato says. She opened her mask and took off her hat. Oh sure, break the disguise. No one will hurt anymore. Help me. Everyone, Doki spoke a lot. Everyone, we're enslaved. This I feared. This is nothing more than a sham for child slavery, Sato thought. Thought it was just a story, but now it turned out to be real. There's no way he's going to let this off the hook. I'm so sorry, Mama. Donkey started to cry. If I can return back home and a human once more. I think there's a word missing there. I won't be a naughty kid anymore. It's alright. Knowing that it was a human boy turned to donkey, Dad couldn't help but hug the creature on its neck. Sure, or almost kill the thing. What's your name? Tim. Probably this boy's from the West, not Japan, Sato approached you. My name is Jogaseki Sato. Help is on my way. Tim, can you run? Run, she asked. He looked so far. It seems that the drawbridge hasn't been lifted for some reason. Must run from here or you can get out. I can run fast, but sis, please save them. They shouldn't be like me, the donkey begged. Out of this noise, he let the donkey go. Said to another section avoiding the warehouse. Hey, you over there, Sato called the very first group of boys who came across him to return to the main amusement park. Whatever you do, you must follow me and leave this place at once, or else you'll turn into a donkey. Hey, you watch your mouth, woman, one of the boys called out, shocking Sato, but didn't even call her with sis. We do as we like, you can't scare us. Yeah, don't you dare take our paradise away from us. We're having a hell of a time here. The boy called out. Paradise? You've been deceived, Sato called once again. There's an island that turns naughty boys into donkeys. You must believe and follow me out. Booey, it's just a myth. That won't happen. The other boy said. Come on, what's next? The roller coaster? You leave me no choice. Sato said Patsy grabbed the chair and started dragging him away. I've got to get you away from child abuse by using child abuse. Yes, I know you won't believe this. Once you see with your own eyes, I bet you will. Help! One uptight woman is trying to kidnap me from here. That boy yelled, and suddenly Sato found out that she's been surrounded by boys. Hey, what's the rule of Pleasure Island, but no girls are allowed? Boys that just came said. Yeah, and she looked like the studious type too. What is she, a spy? Another boy yelled before he turned to the others. Let's get her, boys! No, wait, you got it all wrong. Sato tried to press herself, but boys quickly swarmed her. Only one boy, and leaving her defense as she was being beaten down. And she didn't dare to beat any of the boys down, or else she'd be no better than her. Than her what? No matter how she tried to explain, all of them fell on deaf ears. Hold it right there. The attack was told when suddenly a voice was heard. A man in cloak walked towards Sato and bullying boys. Boys of Pleasure Island, leave us at once. Is insubordinate against the very laws of Pleasure Island will be taken care of by us, the managers of this island. Just go on and play like usual. Hey, wait! Sato calls the boys obeyed man in cloak and man off. You manage this place? You know what you're doing? Yes, we do, and it's still none of your concern, the man in cloak said. You trespassed a forbidden area, miss. Therefore you want a person. Not going to happen, Sato vehemently denied. I will get everyone here out. Nobody here needs to turn into donkeys to be sold for your petty fortune. No more words were said. Fists were thrown, body moved. Man in cloak began attacking Sato as he put up quite a fight against one man in cloak. He was more than determined to defeat this cloak and get out along with the children. Once it tried to expose this child slavery activity to the public. Whoever believes her is probably homeless, but whatever. This girl's strength is quite immense. The man in cloak thought as he formed some gesture. Only after several more rounds of fighting, more similar men appeared surrounding Sato, but she didn't back down and continued fighting. But alas, her strength she was unable to transform was severely limited. As more men in cloak appeared, her strength drained, her body gave and she was unable to dodge a blow on the face, knocking her down. And in the same time, several men in cloak were quick to approach her and started binding her with ropes with her hands behind her back. What are you doing, Abyss? Untie me. I know how to beat, Sato grunted. You will shut your blasphemous mouth, or you spew more lies about our beloved island. One of the man in cloak said. Eventually they brought a piece of thick cloth. Lies? What else there's to lie about? This place is nothing more than Sato's word to cut off as the man in cloak finished it on his own pace. Hey, did he muffle her? Nothing more than a paradise for kids to play with, man in cloak stated. Come, we'll discuss your punishment with our boss. One of the man in cloak, picking up Sato on his shoulder, they shortly moved away. Oh great, I'm caught while Jiraiya is still on the loose over there without realizing what's going to happen. As Sato was carried away, he started thinking, top of that, I'm gonna meet that man who gave me nightmares since I was a kid. So, this is all that snuck to our island, huh? Sato was brought to a warehouse that she snuck into. She was brought kneeling down in front of Ramino. You're a really daring one. Oh, how I wonder what I'll do to you. The alien eyes went closed, his fist toward her. Sato tried to bag her face away, very disgusted man. However, suddenly shocked when the old man began speaking as he never thought he'd say. You think you can make a difference here, Sentai? How do you know I'm... Ha! You're right, was expected. I thought I'd use that Trinoid to lure a bunch of you here, but not only he turned one of you to a potential donkey. That could have been worded better, he stated. But you came as well, and now in my custody. Our last part is unexpected. I've known that you'd come. And what do you know? You were spreading lies to her island. That can't be good, no. Anytime someone stated that Pleasure Island was innocent, Sato was wound up. Started flaying around her bound body. The only one who's lying here is you. But there's nothing wrong with a curse place to generate pop to you. Well, a person is in order. Perhaps I could. Mina was about to continue. Suddenly the door opened, revealing Kiros, Lee Jewel, and Budaroba. Not so fast, Ramino, Kiros intercepted. I had hoped that you will not kill such beauty or turn her into a donkey. Damn straight, my grave just affects boys, Budaroba added. If you deal with it, there won't be any difference. Ah, yes. As the curse won't affect those who are not misbehaving, it seemed not like one misbehaving child at all. That could have been worded better. But he's spreading lies to our locals here. Ino stated Kiros spoke to Sato. Local here. Kiros, so you're in both. Oh, didn't miss. Oh, hey there, hot babe, Kiros stated, grinning a twisted sense look at her. Guess we're lucky you're here, a bit trussed up like this. That May was a cute one, You're a different class of beauty that I can appreciate. You will like my company, I assure you. Dude, you've got Ligel, Shibbolina to bang. Don't add Sato to your harem. Sato just moved her head away, not even wanting to see Kiros. I don't need your praise. So, how do you plan to punish her? He jaw bottom until something crossed her mind. Hey, since this is some amusement park, does it have circus? Circus? Sure, we do have one, Mino stated. We got a lot of donkey-based attractions here, which probably isn't good for business, but how do I know? Serve nothing more but to shock Sato. So boys turned to donkeys also get kept here to become circus animals. No, not donkeys, as Lijo said back to Sato. Aren't herds our attraction. Any attraction, okay? Hey, that sounds great. Give me a front seat to that show, Kiros added. Because it better be a sexy attraction. Oh god, did Koichi Sakamoto ghostwrite this? Oh yes indeed, those boys get a heater today, called approach and entertainment. As Mino added, he looked at the men in cloak. And, for tonight's attraction. Since that was picked up and taken away, Tony wondered what was meant by that. Sexy? Broad approach? Oh dear me, what are they going to show from me that... I hope it's not something embarrassing. Knowing better, I may as well just prepare for the inevitable. As the day was getting dark, the circus attraction was held in a really big tent on a mountainous spot. Nearly every naughty boy there attended, including Jiraiya. A lot of animal-based attractions were showcased. Wow, these are awesome, right bro? One boy sitting next to Jiraiya says dressed in awe. Yeah, Jiraiya nods. He kept looking at the attraction involving donkeys. Where at one moment it seemed to the donkey seemed to cry like a human, not bray like a donkey. Quote get wet. It struck something in his mind, like something went wrong. Best considering that said donkey weren't barefoot, but wearing human shoes. Something feels wrong here. However, his thought was suddenly overridden and he ended up watching it for entertainment. Instead, however, from the main curtain, Ramino appeared. Hey, children of Pleasure Island. Today we're getting an attraction not involving animals, but involving real person. Real person. What we're seeing is an enactment of something in our past, like those movies where we see damsel in distress being put in peril. Real person, real distress. What says you? We see damsel in distress. The crowd cheered. There were two tunnels near the curtain in which on Ramino's snap of finger a railroad open appeared. They stepped back, a train suddenly rushed into the room. Feels like a real train, no? Ramino asked him, which the crowd said, yes, judging from the rumbling and views of the train. Very well, let us introduce our actress. The curtain opened itself to Sato, still tied up and gagged, but instead wore not her usual clothes, but some sort of metal bikini. Oh god! Odd. Whoa! The crowd was in awe at how revealing they put to Sato's costume. It caused her face to turn red. She continued to struggle against the men in cloak, carrying her as they tied to the railroad while sitting down. Continued to yell, not of curses, but trying to warn the children of their eventual fate. It's probably how they gagged me over time, just so I can't... Huh? Looked at some of the front seat and saw Jiraiya. Just stop looking at me like that, Jiraiya. At least you get a hold of yourself. At least you get a... Hey, that costume looks familiar, Jiraiya commented. I think it was from that 1983 movie called Star. Oh, you can't say Pinocchio. You can say Pinocchio, but you can't say Star Wars. That moment, something struck Jiraiya. Wait a minute. Why did Sato... Memories started to flow right back to Jiraiya. Memories between him and Sato. From staging her kidnapping to defeating a Nedre monster, to watching his horror movie together, her tugging on his arm in fear, to her slapping him with some sense when he's gone a little too suspicious, to eventually his recent stage play of her for the good children. And he started remembering all the wild activities spent on the island. What am I doing here? The strong sense of discipline in him was starting to re-emerge, overwhelming effects of Budarova's grape. After several minutes, the ground started to rumble again. He started to throw a light through a tunnel, which means the train was coming. He started to panic as if it continued, he'd really get trampled. What the hell is the trick here? She continued to flail her body around, hoping to snap her restraints. Thus far, it wasn't being successful until... There were shurikens thrown, accurately to the one binding her to the railroad. However, the train was getting close. In a blink, fortunately, Sato felt like she was being carried away safe as he managed to avoid the train squashing her. She then realised it was Jiraiya who did all that. Jiraiya? Your saviour at your service, Jiraiya says. He put her down. Thank goodness you came back to your senses, Jiraiya. Sato thought, once she realised something which says seriously muffled sentence. Can you just remove this gag? I got an important message. What? Jiraiya's commuting what Sato meant. He was a bit too distracted with her costume. Oh god. It in turn infuriated her. I said don't gag me already. This is a really important message I have to tell through. Tell through. All of a sudden my head hearing seemed that in the hearts of even the naughty boys, the best fun was when the dashing prince came to save the day, and inadvertently Jiraiya provided that. Again, I wonder what the whole trick was here. Whether such happy moment was interrupted when in between the happy children, there were several donkey brays. All of a sudden all the boys that were cheering covered their mouths, they stopped cheering, and looking at each other they're about to laugh, then they realised the harsh truth. Their ears were replaced with donkey ears, and they seemed to be sitting on their donkey tails. Sato screamed in horror, now wincing her own eyes, very transformed and terrified her. I'm not in TV. In TV? Wasn't it our movie theatre? But in real life. Oh, there it is! Reno laughed, he went to the boys were thrown into chaos. Suddenly their bow dirt, were turned from humans to donkeys. As Mino laughed, he started showing his true form, about for a little man with devilish face and big head. After all, give a bad boy enough hope and he'll soon make a jackass of himself. Hey, you! At this point, Jiraiya was angry, but he dropped his Sato and confronted Ramino by walking towards him. You plan this? Oh, yes indeed. All bad boys come here because of their misbehavior. They had to have fun here, and now they're going to pay for her idleness. Ramino laughed. And I will reform their misfortune. You are a monster, Jiraiya said. He drew his ninja toe and tried striking Ramino. Oh, I've lost my place. Ace, however, at the moment, several men in cloak, along with Budoba, appeared as Jiraiya once again fought them. But at that moment, he realized some of the men in cloak were holding Sato away. Oh no, you don't, Jiraiya said. He ran toward her, hitting any men in cloak, that came across. Kapow! Bam! Zbak! But unfortunately, before he could even reach Sato, there were explosions occurring near him. Oh, Funa was looking forward with the scene. And she was splattered. Turned out that Lee Jewel was the one who did as he floated near Jiraiya. Lee Jewel. So this was all along, as Jiraiya muttered. He was kicked behind by Kyo knocking away. Yeah, whatever. The plan was forming to have these kids to beat the shield for you Sentai so he can kill you for free. Kyo says Jiraiya attacked him, but he was also blocking him off. I guess the death of you two at this situation would be a start. And Jiraiya was attacking, then realised something wrong and dodged away. Turned out Lee Jewel was sent out to blast him. You fell for it. Crescent screw! This chance was used by Kyo to release his crescent screw. Eventually knocked Jiraiya straight on the head to a circus pillar, knocking him unconscious. Jiraiya! Sato called his name even as he was gagged, that's worry. Ramino, we'll take care of things here, Kyo stated. He was bound for donkeys boy, fleeing him from the rest. Unless he wants to get exposed. Oh, alright. Come on, you lot! Ramino says he hurried with the men in cloak. I'm not even gonna say it anymore. As Budoba dragged the unconscious body of Jiraiya, Kiros only approached Sato and looked at her. Now it's your turn to get a front seat. Meanwhile, in time before the Pleasure attraction Pleasure Island was held, Donkey Bat was Tim was able to sneak out of Pleasure Island, made possible many men in cloaks summoned in order to restrain Sato, but left nobody on the door. It ran and ran till it collapsed. Luckily it encountered a motorcycle, particularly one written by Koji May. Holy bat, May exclaimed as he got down. It's a donkey! What's it doing here? Hoji replied. And it's wearing human shoes. What the hell? Hell! Tim spoke, it shocked too. A talking donkey? Unbelievable! Hoji muttered. Did you ask for help? May, however, didn't care for details and instead asked he caressed Donkey's skin. What can we do for you? There's a island. Friends, turn to donkeys. Sister, Sato, helped me. The donkey spoke. Please, save them. Chisato? You know Chisato? He was shocked. How do you know it's the same Chisato? Where is the Pleasure Island? Are you sure you're not joking? Pleasure Island is nothing but... Who was about to say that he's only fiction? Every momentarily stopped. Missing children, talking donkey, Pleasure Island. He's been seeing the first two. It's going too real rather than fiction. Oh my god, that place in fiction. Actually, real? Apparently Hoji is now a caveman. Donkey coughed up a bit, which worried May. Please hold on, I'll be treating you. I'm sorry, sis. I can't hold on. Please save them. Tim spoke as he was drawing his final breaths. Mama! Mama! The bat, the donkey laid down dead. Oh God! No! May, witnessing the death so soon, was heartbroken as he hugged the donkey's dead body. In its place was a rage building up in her. This May is now Spielban, apparently. Who's the sponsor for this? Robbing his boy's humanity into his form and brutalizing him. They'll pay for this! I think we may have clues if we return to Bonds. Let's go! Host suggested and May just nodded from them. Back in Bonds, Taggy witnessed some sort of faint signal amongst the screen when it showed the map of Japan. What is that signal? It's a bit familiar. It could be telling something, Ketwade. Familiar bat signal, can you know what kind of transmitter is that? It's like Sato's communicator, Taka said. Messages all garbled though. At that moment, suddenly the door opened and Hoji and May entered. Oh, you came back, Melly greeted. In particular, she saw May's eyes still in tears. Why are you crying again? Don't tell me you're this kind of crybaby. Taku, we have to find this Pleasure Island. May ignored Melly and approached Taku. There are many boys turned to donkeys there. We have to save them. Meantime, Hoji approached Goto and said, excuse me, but I have to use the database for a bit. Goto, knowing how serious Hoji was, just got him an alarm to use the database. He typed some words. Pleasure Island. So it was just as Sakura said. Taku exclaimed. It startled me a bit. Well, she left us this letter hinting its presence. It's actually a high-level presence containing a curse. She wanted it destroyed. And the curse of the one turning children to donkeys, Melly concluded. Alright, fine. I believe you now. So, can we rid that disgusting heap of land now? Sato is over there. May stated. Maybe Darius as well if he hadn't come back. Okay, confused May and Melly there, sorry. Well, he hasn't come back. Wait! I didn't realize it was meaning. I mean, Tasato was sending off to the location of Pleasure Island. Found it, Hoji finally exclaimed to you, revealed a data. And thought that not only the story is real, but that Coachman was actually an alienizer. What do you find about this alienizer, Goat Rider? Now, why have you space police ever touched this case? Romino Balodin Star, Hoji explains. He showed pictures of Romino on the screen. Notorious criminal involved in transforming children into donkeys and selling them to black markets. He's really elusive, but usually it is the SPD Fire Squad or Tokyo that was handled with his case, not as Earth-based SPD, to usually avoid capture. And I thought this is actually the same coast as the story of Pinocchio. As Sakura stated, sometimes myth and fairy tales are real. Taku noted, remembering a letter. He said he's dealt with Cinderella's glass slippers, and probably she would just surmise the events of Pinocchio as real. But Coachman is actually an alienizer, must have been a really old one. According to his data, Holt explained, said that he's been doing this on many other planets. He's been approved for deletion for a long time. This time, so he stated, his eyes started to burn right his theory. As he clenched his fist and got to be so determination, he will not escape. He will pay for his crimes. Heh, well, meeting a fairy tale thing comes to life. We go to Stacey across his hand forward. Oh, this looks exciting. I'm in. Very well. We'll be using the signal sent out by Tasato to locate the Pleasure Island and we'll go there. Taku states to the others. Let's go. This child slavery ends here. Hold on a sec. Hood says he suddenly put out his SB license. What said about Tasato's mates being garbled is true, but it's most likely there's some sort of jammer there. My transformation requires sending data, thus I'd be affected. Therefore, emergency. Deca Ranger. The bat immediately transformed to Deca Blue. Okay, no problem. I'm good to go now. Okay, let's go, guys. Taku nodded. Eventually the team moved out. Thankfully only Deca Blue will be using data transfer for transforming. The rest only depend on their inner strength, because only he transforms. And the coordinates given from the database, Taku and the rest managed to allocate. That's not what allocates means, but Pleasure Island. Man, it's just like in the story, Taku said, looking at how the island looked for a bit. Island with nothing but things you find in amusement park. Even so, if you know the story, you know this is a cursed island. Go to mine. So, leader, got a plan? I'll try to find Jiraiya and Tasato, Taku offered. You guys try to convince the children to get out. Yeah, easier said than done. You think they're gonna believe us that easily? Melly stated, but one obstacle they'll be facing. You'll be fine. I know they may be kids, but surely they must have known of Super Sentai, May tried reassuring. If you do not look convincing enough, we can have Hoji convince him with his current form. Hoji? But while May was speaking, Deca Blue already took some sniper precision. He shot his D rifle twice and seemingly hit 2 people. All course clear, Deca Blue says he got it. Let's go with that plan. Okay, we enter and we split up, Taku declared. Eventually the 5 ran forward. Once they arrived there, why they changed tense? Taku tried his best to infiltrate the island among a bunch of children playing. He saw one man in cloak moving and he quickly ambushed it, knocking it away. When he opened it, he surprised that it was in fact an aneroid. So Abella was a bit involved in here. No matter. As Taku thought, he put on the cloak to himself and ventured further. When he got near the entrance of the mountainous road, he saw several little donkeys running off. He was leaning to where they keep the donkeys. Let me see. Taku ran off to the mountainous road, but instead took him to a circus tent. A circus? When he suddenly saw 2 figures moving out of the tent. That's Kiros and Legio too. Taku managed to hide behind a nearby rock, avoiding their attention. But we did overhear some things said. So are we done here? Yep, we got what we wanted here. Hopefully if what she says too, she can make full use of it. So Kira-sama, once you get back what we have, something passionate. There was no indication of who was saying those first 2 lines, and there was at least 2 people. Once Kiros and Legio was out of sight, however, Taku emerged and rather than pursuing them, decided to investigate the circus tent first. I'm just asking trouble if I just come out and say, what is it about your planning? They'd fight B, and I'd be wasting my time. Taku continued to run as he approached the tent, he slowly started hearing muffled yells, sounding like a girl's. It sounds familiar. He's heard Chisato's muffled yelps. Suddenly he felt the ground slightly rumbling. He knew it's not an earthquake. Determined, he quickly entered the circus tent. And he saw Chisato, now sitting down on our front seat to his left, tied to it. Chisato! To his surprise, Chisato instead shook her head and tried pushing her body forward, as in telling Taku to look at the front. Saw Jiraiya lying there, his body wrapped in steel wrappings on the railroad, a constant over time. That means a rumbling sound. Damn! Taku knew he had no time to waste. When the off, he raised his fist, eventually yelled, Aura Mask! Red Mask! As Taku guessed his transformation, which depended on his aura power, was not effective with Pajama, thus he managed to transform and landed near Jiraiya. As he guessed, there was a light and a train heading there. There doesn't seem to be any signs of lives over there. Red Mask forced, he prepared his hand with a god hand technique. Hiya! As the train neared, he launched his fist with all his might. Ah! After several minutes, continuing to push back one fist, managed to crush the train, stopping it dead on track. Ow! As the dust cleared and everything was safe, Red Mask wiggling that very fist in bitter pain. The god hand is still powerful, but punching a train like that still hurts like hell. Why is the first still necessary? He drew a masky blade with the other hand and cut down the wrappings binding Jiraiya. Rather than waking him up on spot, he carried him next to Sato where he started untying her. Sato, are you okay? And, nice get up. Oh, God. Odd. Oh, how can you say that? Sato was pissed on that last comment. I feel the alienated had me dressed up like this. Damn, if I meet him, I'm going to beat him to pulp. At points, didn't care if that Romina looked like a figure that terrified her. Instead, this whole event inspired her to finally beat the living crap out of him, not only to conquer her fear, but also spend having her dressed up in a skimpy outfit. So if he gets over that fears, he goes back to being a bad girl. Oh, way to go. And we will get him, don't worry. Red Mask assured him, they looked up in contest to Jiraiya. He has to get up quick. Jiraiya, Jiraiya got near and raised his head. Wake up, it's alright now, Jiraiya, it's alright. Jiraiya slowly opened his eyes, looking at Chisato. Oh, last thing he remembers him trying to save her, so it's a bit unsure of how it transpired when she... Chisato, did I? Jiraiya! Miss Sudden, worried as hell, Chisato quickly held him. Yes, you did, Jiraiya. You saved me. Didn't get a hold of yourself back then, I would have been splattered down already. Thank you. But still, I got beaten pretty badly. Jiraiya started to realize something. Alright, Kyo's and Legion. Where are her? I think I saw them outside. Red Mask answered, which kinda shocked Jiraiya. Taku, since when? Well, we kinda learned of this when we heard about it from Sakura's letter and May confirming the situation. I got here, you were nearly run over by a train while unconscious. Red Mask gave the gist of the situation. Sounds crazy when you just put it like that. Yeah, probably they still get me gagged just so I can't continue calling out your name, Sato sighed. God damn them, I'll make them pay for this. Jiraiya grunted in anger, feeling humiliated. Guards seem to there's a jam here so Sato can't transform, Red Mask stated. Jiraiya, you take Sato out of here until she can transform again, and after that, join us once more. Your transformation doesn't seem to depend on electric message, I think you can do it. Got it, let me try. Jiraiya says he picked up his door and changed her. Super Henge, Doran Changer. As Red Mask guessed, transformation was successful. Okay, good. Now, Red Mask is about to continue. At that point, someone enters the circus tent. Budoba. Ooh, how dare you ruin his execution! Budo exclaimed. No matter, as long as Trinoid 24 Budoba is here, you won't be leaving this place alive. Trinoid? Red Mask asked confused. That sounds like the type of monsters fought by Biaba Rangers, Sato said. That's what I guess. No matter, I'll deal with him. Red Mask says he took his spine side. Jiraiya, take Sato out for him. Okay, Ninja Park ignores the eventually ducked. Here, get on this. Eh, I have to ride your back? Sato asked. This outfit? It with loads of horny teenage boys on the island? Rather than you who hurt your bare foot for running without footwear. His black explanation was enough to make her understand she got from his back. Well, there was probably a word missing. Okay, Sato then looked around. Looking into her hand, she saw a digitizer still on her wrist. They probably thought for her bound and gagged she couldn't even transform. She's glad that she didn't need to take a detour. Let's go. Good luck. As the two made their escape, Red Mask bid them farewell. Eventually, he ran forward to land a punch to Budoba, and the two quickly was engaged in battle. In the meantime, just shortly after separating from Taku, May, Melee and Mikoto eventually arrived to a bunch of boys still not playing wildly. Kept Deca Blue hidden for a trump card. Everyone, please listen, May exclaimed. Just please play before it's too late. What? More bad nonsense again? The boy who had been recommended by Chisato wasn't even buying it anymore. He has no name, but he's very minorly important. What do you adults wanted? How do you even get here? We just want to play. You an idiot, Melly scolded. Really want to turn into donkeys, do you? If you don't want to throw away that humanity of yours, fine. Be my guest. Don't come crying to me when you really are a donkey. You heard the warning. The legend of Pleasure Island in that Pinocchio story is actually real, as I just heard. Pinocchio added, still his arms fold. So, who wants to be human and who wants to be donkeys? They don't have a cure for jackasses, we must know. Except aversion therapy, but I'm not quite qualified to cover that. Another bat. Boys are getting roused. Everyone's starting to throw objects, starting from fruits to stone. Why is there always someone who brings tomatoes to a speech? Leave us alone from our paradise. Nate exclaimed to cover their head. Please listen to us. Maybe hard to believe, but it's true. To smash stupid kids' heads. Rising. Melly thought she was also covering her head. Starting his pacing. You know, I was thinking the same. Miko added, still as nonchalant as usual. Everyone, hold it. Boys heard. Deck Blue just couldn't wait anymore. It was nigh time he appeared on the scene. He was surprised the children was in awe. Oh my god, it's one of those Super Sentai, one of the boys said in awe. I'm a huge fan, another boy explained as eventually Deck Blue found surrounding. Please sign your autograph here, I'd be excited. Only on one condition, Decker Blue said. Leave this island and never come back. These people are telling the truth. It's a cursed island. Behave yourself. Oh, you're lying, the boy said. For fear of a bad guy trying to take away our happiness. Please get them. No, Deck Blue insisted. Yes, speaking the truth. Would a member of Super Sentai lie? Just as he was done speaking, suddenly a lone donkey was seen running. Meantime, a man in cloak was trying to tase the donkey. Only for both May and Melly to kick him on the head while Mikoto punched him on the stomach, knocking it down. Look at that donkey. No donkey would wear human shoes like that. The security guard you knew of was in cahoots with the owner of this island, May added. He spoke the truth. If you stay here and continue to misbehave, and you will be cursed into a donkey. Please! But as suddenly as May spoke, why one of the children started to grow donkeys. No. Well, things got a little hastened. Mikoto said slowly. The children started to slow transformate donkeys, throwing them into mass panic. Everyone, get out of his island at once, Deck Blue said to point to the exit. But at that moment, found himself surrounded with men in cloak, barmy soldiers, Mino. I'm afraid I can't do that, Mr. SVD, Mino explained. You see, I'm not going to let my gold mine vanish just like that. Gold mine? May yelled. How dare you treat lives as solely concerned? Oh, please, miss, I'm just doing this universe a favour, Mino remarked. Parents do not like misbehaving naughty children. I'm doing you a service by educating you into those who contribute to the society. I mean, what are we going to do as a humanoid child? Stay all and do nothing, becoming trash of the universe? These are donkeys may be useful for society, be it hard labour work in some hard area, or some skin goods. It's bad your excuse, Melly said coldly. Get to a point, you actually don't care about all those reasons. All you care about is just making money. That, in a nutshell, is pathetic. Exactly that, Deck Blue added. You know, contributing element to the universe, nothing more than a devilish child slaver. Oh please, I'm telling the truth, Mino stated. The law will never find me guilty. I'm just a force of nature-style disciplinary committee. Really want to know how the law feels about you? We confirmed your status, but fine, I'll let it out to you. Deck Blue says he moved forward with his SB license at hand. What we know of laws in Star, conducting child slavery in over 10 planets and polymorphing said children hideously for your own benefit. Judgment. First judgment time is directed to Amino. And as expected, he got a big red X. See, Deck Blue stated, leads approved. The SPD's court system never lies. SPD. Heh. Your lord can never catch me. Why do you think you can capture me? Why do you think you can capture me? You can catch me, Amino said. Wanna bet? Kyoto stated daunted. That was a very disjointed conversation. Come on, we better not waste any time on this loser. I say kick his ass. Okay, it's time. May says he pulled out her dino prepared to transform. Dino buckler! Back of you, chains. Damn it, get them! As Amino commanded, the men in cloaks suddenly started attacking Deck Blue, Terror Ranger, Melly, and Abre Killer. Thor, however, made a quick work of them. However, things got a little more hectic when eventually Kyo's and Legion will enter the battle. I see you're doing well, Super Sentai, Kyo stated. Too bad they're already donkeys, or else they'd make a good meat shield. I guess that can be expected from a low-life scum like you. Deck Blue said he blocked Kyo's single strike with his D-rod. So why can't we be good meat shields if they're donkeys? At that point, Abigail kills him back. Hey you, Abigail said. Legion is never yours. This stone ever I crush this neck of yours. But instead about he's instead blasted from behind by Legion. All irony right there. Legion, get up. This scum isn't your man. Your scum is no scum. You're the scum. Legion exchange better to strike again. At that point, Melly knocked away with running palm strike. When Legion was instead fighting against Terrange with her ranger's sword. The fight raged far and suddenly as Kira's ran and tried to slash Decker Blue. Suddenly something was stuck at his back. Ugh, in a place like this. Kira's grunty reached his back, bent his ass kicked from the ground, caused to be launched on the sky. Looks like Team Kiros is blasting off again. What followed was a very attacker rising from the ground and jumping to him. Ninja Black. Punishment, Ninja Black explained, giving a thumbs down before chopping Kiros down to the ground. Why you? Kiros grunted in annoyance. Right, you're safe. Dick Brooks explained, approaching him. Alone? Nope. Ninja Black stayed suddenly about to scream from Amino as suddenly Mega Yellow already leapt to him and knocked him down using the blade arm. You fat creep! You wanna know how much I want to beat you to beaten to a pulp? As Mega Yellow stepped back to raise her blade arm, and as he got up, she started chopping him while stating some bad grudges. This is for putting me in a skimpy bikini. This is for scaring me off as a kid before I realised what kind of sicko you are. And this is for endangering Jiraiya. This is for parents who made sad for losing their sons. This is for Tim and the rest of us children who turned into donkeys for your own gold. Just interrupted and lead your blaster, causing it to roll away, approaching Terrange and Melee. Is that though? Are you alright? Terrange asked. Kind of a long story, but I'm overall fine. Megalo said, trying to say we'll talk for later. They've come here, Kira stated before he eventually set his eyes to Megalo. At any rate, thanks for that spectacular performance, babe. Never have been so entertained. You're really a looker. At that moment, it's not just Mega Yellow who shot Mega Sling straight to Kira's face, but also Ninja Black with his black bow where he dodged. Go to hell! Both Ninja Black and Mega Yellow steadily used an anger after all they went through. Mega Yellow spoke in Japanese, Ninja Black spoke in English. Ha! I'd still believe we'd win, Mio said confidently, as long as we stick together. And as he spoke and rescued to fight, but saw Budaroba being tossed to battle. Oh no, Budaroba! Reno explains the one who threw it to what side. Taku, there you are. Taku stayed to greet Red Mask. Everything okay over there? He asked him, which Red Mask nodded. And like everyone's here too, Red Mask Stacy approached the team. Taku, so you're the one who released Ben, Kira said angry. I beat you to a pulp, Red, but Ben I had my orders from long. Means you, we're pulling back. Huh? Mina suddenly panicked. Where are you going? Are you leaving me? Please, Stop whining, you twerp! Kira shouted. I'm here for a certain purpose of your island, not to become your eternal client. You can fend off yourself. Hey up, don't forget to use my trinoid. These you added before turning towards the heroes. And as for the rest of you, bye-bye. That Patu suddenly vanished. No, don't leave me! Mino suddenly begged. So now it's just you, Emma stated, looking at how pathetic he got. Got no more chances. Want to apologise for those children you sent to death because you turned into donkeys. We'll make you meet them soon. Ha 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 ha! Mina suddenly laughed a bit at Sandy. Are you saying that donkeys go to heaven? You're joking. It's only hell owing her independent lifestyle. Hell? Unrepentant? Black added. You sure you're pointing at the right person? All those children probably apologised for mischief and God will certainly forgive them and allow them to the heaven. Black added. But you're going to hell. You won't catch me? Who do you think you are? Mino yelled as Sandy continued to slip. You won't be caught, you'll be killed. Red Mask added. That's your name and you shall receive it as well. Red Mask. Pursue mysterious cases. Eka Blue. Terra Ranger. May. Ninja Black. Jiraiya. Mega Yellow. I live for the love of Ryo-sama. For Ryo-sama's love I fight his love for warrior. Rinju Ken, Amelia and Ken Mistress. Melee. Excitement at his finest. Avery Killer! We are. As Red Mask explained, made it short and like before, but there was no interruption, he could finish properly. Super Sentai! As the Super Sentai made their appearance, suddenly the donkeys went wild. Felt like cheering their heroes, whom they knew would save them. Didn't sit well to Budoa. Damn it, it's like they're losing their bad boy vibe. Abs. Even then, it's already too late. Already cursed. They can never turn back. Neo tried to reassure, but he made a single whistling sound, causing the Barmian soldiers and men in cloak, now being themselves androids, cover him as he yelled, You guys are paid to protect me, now do your job, let's go! The Super Sentai proceeded forward, intending to defeat the enemy and destroy his activity of child enslaved once for all. Seeing how the Barmian soldiers and androids were attacking the team, something struck Budoba. This way, I'll have to use the forbidden food. As said Bat, he pulled a great big maneuver and tossed it upwards. In its place, a carriage with a big black donkey. It bears a black horse with flaming mane and hair, with its donkey equivalent. Boodle then leapt and grabbed its whip, whipping the hellish donkey. Now, trample them! The carriage ran, interrupting the Sentai's fight. Whoa, what is this? Redmask dodged the donkey running. A nightmare donkey? That's a first. In the back commentary, looks at the donkey, which tried running to its mega yellow, pulled him out. No time for commentaries now, Jabaya. Meantime, a hellish donkey began running through, discarding where it trampled fellow soldiers. Get in my way and you die, Boodroba said. Suddenly the hellish donkey looked upon the formerly human donkeys. Well, boys, my friend here could use companions. Be with them. Everyone run! Terror and the donkeys knew what would happen and they quickly ran. As the hellish donkey approached, there he dodged in time while shooting one of its eyes with terror arrow, while the other eye was shot by Deck Blue Badee sniper. The donkey neighed. Very eyes dilated. Oh, now you've made him mad. Really? Sneered Killer put his arms crossed. Hey, jackass, want to have a race? You're like a snail compared to me. Oh, that does it. My friend doesn't take it well. Boodle yelled as he lost his whip further, causing the hellish donkey to try to run against Abre Killer. That simply ran with super speed, leaving the whole battlefield. Hey, come back here! Mio yelled as Whip panicked as one more ally leaving him. Mikoto, what's he doing running off like that? Deku asked. Knowing him, I say he's got himself a plan. Redmask says, looked around, noticed that Melee was missing. Well worked out, but now more enemies await. Until the team resumed fighting remaining Barmir soldiers in Anoite. Abe Killer ran off, heading to a cliff area, still outrunning the carriage. Damn it, you're persistent! Budoba cursed, he whipped the donkey. Regardless, one job corner, there'll be nothing you can do. He did reach the end of the cliff. However, Abe Killer didn't show any signs of faltering. Budoba was sure to either trample him or kick him to the cliff, or to toss him to the sea. Wherever in the most critical moments, it felt like being kicked on the face, knocking him down. Ow! Whack! Ack! Turning then picked him up on the neck and suddenly was forcefully got him to jump off his carriage. The speed of the carriage was too much for a donkey to stop and turned it falling to the cliff. No! You did your job well, I suppose. Abe Killer states one who brought Boodroba down's rotary Melee, used their camouflage stay undetected. While choking Boodroba upwards, Melee opened her mouth. He devoured a tongue first towards Boodroba before dropping him. Ooh, I feel weak, Boodroba stated. Of course, and to hit your points if Muko's so high, you should be, Melee stated coldly. Now then, what are we going to do with this loser? Just spare me, please. I'm just... Boodroba begged for mercy. At that point, Abe Killer picked him up on the neck. You know, if you can answer me this one question, with any answer right or wrong, I'll let you go. Abe Killer said. Koto, you're not thinking too. Melee tried to warn him, but Abe Killer stayed on his course. He's a Trinoid, it's the least I can do. Abe Killer stayed before turning back towards Boodroba. So, who created you? You did it's Michaela who created Trinoid, but I don't see him anywhere. As he said that, he slowly approached the cliff. Answer! I was created by Legiuel, Boodroba answered. I was just born shortly before. Abe Killer slightly started babbling, but he didn't let go. Now Legiuel can create monsters like Michaela? Interesting. What kind of stuff did Long put into her? Abigail thought before he then said, good answer. Good answer? Does that mean I'm free? Boodroba said happiness. You're a funny guy, Boodroba. But I've got news for you. Abigail said in a soft tone before he eventually went to a more system one. He said, I lied. As he said that, he let go of his grip, dropping the monster to the sea. As it hit the rocks, it exploded. Waited for a bit, nothing happened. Guess nobody calls that range to enlarge that Trinoid. Saves my time anyway. Equivalent of Justin Goten Hen, huh? Alright. Guys, I think we wasted enough time for that loser. Let's get back. Yeah, but you gotta stop being that overly grumpy, Miss Sexy. Abe Killer Stacy what? After all, you played part in killing him too. You played part. Okay, next up about stupid child saver. Stop calling me that! Melee was angry to approach Abe Killer trying to punch him, but to tease her further, he used his super speed to run off. Wait, damn it! Melee had no choice to chase after him. Meanwhile, I saw a team already calling Ramino. Lost all his confidence and was begging for mercy. Please spare me. I just did what I had to do to make a living. Don't give me that excuse. There's a lot of jobs available. Megiddo said angrily. But what you did was child slavery. That is correct, Terry added. Fortune means nothing when it's built on the sowing of the innocent. I'll change, don't worry, Mia begged again. Take me another chance. Really? Then remember what the boy said is only turned to donkeys and you sell to God knows where. Red Master added as he's equally angry. Isn't that the same? I want to know a chance with demons, baby, but no, Joyce. You're now my source of profit, you monster. Alistair, Mia was silently hearing it, unable to come up with boots because all of them were true. Where's your confidence now? Melanie said when she arrived at Aberrate Killer. So when you're cornered, all you do is ball? Pathetic. Guess you can now feel how pathetic you are when cornered, Ninja Blackhawk said. I have a boy spelled pathetic when in your clutches. Don't breathe out of this one, it's useless, Dexter Blue said. Child slave is a serious crime. Named law, I'll carry out your punishment. Okay, are we done? Get on with the finisher already, Aberrate Killer said. Very well. Take formation! Redmaster says everyone took their position and he enlarged the ball. Threw the ball first to Melly, who kicked to Aberrate Killer, who slashed with winged pentax Dagger Blue. Delivered a roundhouse kick to Terror Ranger, who batted over to the bow of Terror Arrow. And headed to both Ninja Black and Mega Yellow. Be gone! Fly toward children! Tuesday prepare attack weapons. Blade arms! Kagure Ryu, Nagare Boshi. As Ninja Black slashed in a star shaped, Mega Yellow also slashed in a similar figure. And last slash, a ball was launched and went through Amino. No! My money! As Reno lamented Patty never feel his money again, he eventually exploded. Got you! Dead Blue State realized that the highly sought Iron Eyes received his punishment. He realized that now. Missed case completo. On Reno's death, suddenly the ground started to quake. What? An earthquake? Ninja Black explained to our guest. This is really an earthquake, and probably Mother Nature saw it fit if this travesty was put to an end. Miguel commented suddenly, cracks on the ground were created. Thankfully none of the donkeys were on the other side. At any rate, you better get out of here, Rema stated. Everyone move! But the Super Sentai, along with the donkeys, ran off, escaping the pleasant islands that began to sink. When they reached the main island, we realized that the quake became less severe. Watching from afar, the cursed island sank to the bottom of the sea, and never again would it curse children. This thing that the story should have included, Miguel said. Triumphant victory for justice. Yeah, way to miss the whole point of the original story. I'm starting to think you're missing the whole point of the book. Oh, but whatever, Aberrate Killer sighed. I agree, seeing how Mega was being enthusiastic. The island gone with donkeys? As Mary looked slowly, saw the donkeys are once again transforming, back to humans. I'm back to normal, the children said to each other. A lot of crying happiness, maybe gain their humanity back. And back was unnecessary. Looks like once the island is gone, so is the curse, Dev noted. If it all began once Amina was deleted. As the more ICT bore the curse in the life of the island. Once he's dead, it's all over. Company is starved. I hope he enjoys being real Sam's punching bag when he arrives in hell. Melly remarked somehow it made her long for real further. Even so, Ninja Black said he did. I think despite how much a bad boy they were, they're still holding in dim for us Super Sentai. Perhaps it's what redeemed them. I think so as well, Tony said, remembering how ecstatic the children were seeing Dagger Blue. Not just us who freed them, but able to find their redemption a bit. Thank you, Super Sentai! The children eventually surrounded the Super Sentai and hugged them in gratitude. Even Melly and Aberrate Killer was speechless, letting the children show their gratitude. The curse is over, children. Remember that strangely raised over children. Now you must return to your parents. They're worried sick about you all. Even if they were angry if you're misbehaving, they will surely forgive you. As long as you stop misbehaving, promise? Yes, we promise! The children one by one answered. Eventually the team left the vicinity. As the team eventually de-transformed and arrived to the city's morning sun rose, parents of the children eventually ran forward and then ran towards them to embrace their children. So that was quite heartwarming to see what an undocumented part of a fairy tale brought to an end with a happy note. Except that one mother whose kid died. We did it, Sakura, Taku noted, being born and alerted him to the presence of such island. Guess you can be assured this island won't burn you anymore. So, Jiraiya, suddenly started to look to Jiraiya as he smiled. Thank you. Oh no, I don't really think I deserve thanks, Jiraiya said, scratching his head. And you really looked like a prince of a fairy tale when you lifted me up and saved me from that train, Sato assured him. It was actually pretty fun. Prince got caught too, Jiraiya still insisted to humble himself. Ah, what's this? All of a sudden May made a playful question. Giant Sato, I wonder if something happened between you two. She remember last time Sato took portraits of her after a full quoting of Hoji and teased for it. Finally she hoped it would be some form of payback. May? No, nothing really, Sato shook her head in hand. We're just doing a fine line like a friend, right? Well, Jiraiya tried to come up with a whipped remark but couldn't come up with it. Hey, you two, I heard what you said, Kota suddenly came to him. This looks interesting. So what you said already? Nothing special really, Sato tried again. We just had a play for children before this all happened. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Jiraiya finally had something to agree about. However, May and Mikoto continued to push the two further, as Taku, Hoji and Melly just watched. Well, I'll leave the rest to her then, Hoji smirked, knowing what he also said made Ace feeling about being teased for. Just a question though, Melly suddenly brought a question. What about is not from sitting? I think the SPD would have a field day for it, Taku noted. Whether something also bugged his mind at the same time. What is Kira's doing in that place? I'm not seeing why he would have done things with kids like that when his interest is women. I think he's hiding some ulterior motives behind supporting Umino. As when it's time to return, the Super Sentai walked away, waving goodbye to parents and children, except Melee and Mikoto, who were too aloof to do that. Children learnt their lessons and were saved, while Lumper's evil for a fairy tale was finally punished. However, behind that was still the plotting behind the scenes by Long's group. What? Just how the Super Sentai fare against them? Don't give up! Good luck, Super Sentai! So, did you come back with what we thought? Back at the villain's base, Bell agreed to kill us while Long is being treated by literals somewhere else. Yep, one of your bats is working wonders. Kira Stacy handed back to Bella. It's after all part of the black market merch after all. Hehe, hopefully this will never reach Long's ears. Bella chuckled, also still plotting even against Long. He never bowed his head that long after all. Also, Sibylina. Kira stated as he looked at the one next to Arabella. Sibylina. This is what he thought, right? Then pulled out something else from his pocket. A digital card. This, Sibylina was shocked. He picked the card up. The card looked familiar to her. To be continued. Author's note. So it ends. While we are horrified by the culture from Pinocchio and him being a karma Houdini, there you have it. His receiving is just deserved. So set some relation between Jiraiya and Sato, and I know it's just friendship, not romance. Still a good way for payback with last time they teased Hojin May. Also sorry again for Sato's predicament. I should hope so, it's really disturbing. I guess it just shows how dirty the enemy is and how he plans to corrupt the children further with such images. But I would say that the metal bikini that Sato is forced to wear is based on that slave outfit worn by Princess Leia in Star Wars when she in Jabba Hutt's servitude. Yeah, I kind of guessed that. Then Sibylina seems to have received a certain card. Wonder what it will mean. Regardless, stay tuned for the next chapter and bring on your reviews. It's okay, it's going to be about another chapter before we get to what I'm waiting for. So I have to say this chapter was probably the first semi-dud this fic has had. What was a very problematic imagery. So tune in next time for chapter 19, May's Dear Pets.